Hey guys, I'm Eric with American Trucks. In this video, I'm going to give you my review and installation of the Elite Series LED projector headlights with the black housing and clear lens for all 2018 to 2020 Ford F-150s that come equipped with the stock halogen headlights. I think these lights are really going to appeal to the Ford F-150 owners out there who want to upgrade from their kind of dated looking stock halogen headlights to something with a more aggressive, modern appearance, something that's going to provide better visibility and much brighter light output as they're going down the road. And as you can see, the set we have here today come with the black housing and the clear lens. If you're looking to eliminate any chrome off the front end of your truck, these are a great option. In fact, that's why I selected this gray F-150 out of our fleet to do the installation video today. I think these headlights look amazing on the front end of this truck. Now, sitting behind the impact-resistant OE grade clear lens, you have super bright halogen projectors that come in with a color temperature rating of 5500 K. The two projectors you see, the top one is your standard beam, the lower one is your high beam. These lights are also framed with these massive bright white daytime running lights that when you activate a turn signal, switch over to bright amber that flash in a sequential pattern. Now these lights come in right around $700 for the pair. Now considering the big upgrade you're getting in styling and performance, that's a very competitive price compared to a lot of other aftermarket units out there that could come in as much as twice that price. And to protect that investment, these lights come with a 1-year limited manufacturer's warranty against any manufacturing defects. Now these lights are designed with an OE grade level of fit and finish, and they're designed to be a direct plug and play replacement to your stock halogens. I'm giving this installation a basic 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. All you're going to need is a couple of basic hand tools. You should have no problem getting this job done in 2 hours or less. So with all that said, let's go ahead and do our installation. Okay, the tools we're going to use for this install are an electric impact wrench, a 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter, a pair of extensions, an 8mm socket, a 7mm and 10mm deep well sockets, a 1/4 inch socket wrench, and a trim removal tool. Okay guys, like I said, overall this is a pretty easy installation. However, there are a few steps we're going to have to go through before we can get access to our headlights. First, we're going to remove a bunch of clips up top here so we can remove this radiator shroud. Then we're going to remove this trim piece down here that's between our grille and the bumper. And then finally, we're going to remove the grille itself. And that will allow us to have access to the hardware holding the headlights in place. Okay, now holding the radiator shroud in place is a whole bunch of these plastic clips right here. And if you've never worked with these before, they're actually 2 pieces. The center piece kind of locks it in place. So that's the first part you want to lift. You want to get like a trim removal tool like I have, lift that center part up, and then you can get underneath the clip itself and remove it. If this center part pops out, it's no problem, you can put it back in. Now we're going to remove the rest of them. These smaller ones are a little bit more stubborn. You have a larger tool like I have here, it might be a little bit hard to get in there. Now these clips look a little different, but they do function the same as the others. We got one last clip on the left side here. With all our clips removed, just simply pull that out. All right guys, now in order to get this trim piece off, like I said, that goes between our grille and our bumper, you simply remove these 2 bolts here and we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, now that we've removed the 2 bolts on the driver's side and the 2 bolts on the passenger side, all it's left to do now is simply pull this out. It's held in place by clips. If this is the first time you've ever done that before, you may want to grab like a plastic trim removal tool like this one, something that's not going to scuff up the trim piece. but we've done this before on this truck, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull it off. Okay, now the next step is to take out these 4 bolts across the top. We're using a 10mm socket for those. And the very last thing before removing our grill is to make sure to unplug these 2 clips right here. And go ahead and carefully remove your grill. Now to get started on the headlight assembly itself, we're first going to start on these 2 bolts down below. The one on the left, as you're looking at it, is an 8mm, and the one on the right is a 10mm. And we have 2 more 10mm bolts here on the side we're going to remove. And now we're going to take out these 2 10mm bolts up top. Okay, now we have all of our bolts out. Just simply lift out the headlight to the front, just a little bit. And you can go ahead and unplug your factory harnesses. You have 1 there, and then you have 2 further back. All right, now that we have our stock headlight off the truck, I wanted to put them up here on the table and give you a good old side-by-side comparison. Now really what pops out, I don't even have to tell you, is the more aggressive look you're going to get with this headlight. The all blacked out housing, especially when you're mounting it on a truck like our gray F-150 behind me, that look is really going to be consistent and give a nice, clean, aggressive styling for the overall truck versus kind of the more dated look you're going to get with this chrome housing on your stock unit. Now, as far as functionality goes, these headlights are a huge upgrade in lighting ability. You have halogen bulbs in the stock unit, and these lights are designed to fit plug and play right into where your old halogen units used to go. You have 2 LED projector lights. The top one is your standard beam. The one below that is for your high beams. The other upgrade you get with this unit is the integrated turn signal that wraps all the way around. And as I'll demonstrate for you in a second, when you activate it, it operates in a sequential function that's very eye-catching, but also adds to the visibility you get with this unit. Now, just as with your stock unit, you also have the amber running light and turn signal here in the center. While I have these up on the table, guys, I just wanted to turn them around so you could see. This is our stock headlight still, and this is our aftermarket light. As you can see, it's a direct plug-and-play fit for your truck. You have the 2 plugs here, just as with your stock unit, and you also have the single plug towards the middle of each unit. Direct plug-and-play replacement for your halogen bulbs. And the last thing before we get to our install, one other thing I wanted to point out is our aftermarket headlight here also comes with this mounting bracket, just as the factory unit does. Now, not all aftermarket units you'll find out there have that. I think that's just a nice design feature I wanted to point out for you. Okay, now before we mount the headlight back up in here, all we need to do is find the plugs that connect. They're all 3 different connectors, so just find which one fits. Now with those plugged back in, kind of carefully slide it up into place. Now the headlight's in place, I just like to start a bolt with my fingers just so the headlight does not fall out on me. And then we'll tighten these down. These are 10 millimeters. Now on the bottom of the headlamp, we have the 8mm bolt that goes on the inside here, and then we have a 10mm bolt that we're going to put right here. Then on the outside, we're going to reinstall the two 10mm bolts here. Your truck might have a third bolt that goes down in here, but our shop truck here only has the two. Okay, now that we have everything buttoned up on the driver's side, repeat the same steps over on the passenger side. All right guys, now we're gonna put the grill back on. Be sure to gently line up everything, nice and slowly. And you can check to see that your bolt holes are lining up top. All right, we're gonna replace these 10mm bolts. We've got 4 of them across the top. I'm just going to start them with my fingers here. And we'll tighten them up. Go ahead and reattach your wiring harnesses here in the center of the grill. All right, then go ahead and replace your radiator shroud. On the driver's side here, make sure that this end tucks in underneath your air intake. And just simply line up all the holes, and we're going to replace the top clips. All right guys, and the last step is to replace the trim piece between the grill and the bumper. Okay guys, and to secure the trim piece in place, we have these two 7mm screws. And then just repeat this step on the other side and we should be all done. Okay guys, so that's a wrap on our review and installation of the Elite Series LED projector headlights with the black housing and the clear lens for all 2018 to 2020 Ford F-150s. For all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.